Hey, welcome back. Okay, so you might be hearing this in the background, so I'm gonna mute it. Um, so I'm playing some Raid Shadow Legends, doing the Grim Forest, which I don't know if anybody out there is an Elder Scrolls Online player, but there was a particular armor set that was really, really popularized a few years back by oh my gosh, I cannot remember his name. Canadian gamer. Hmm, not Cactus, no. Um, Oh, he did a whole bunch of funny Elder Scrolls videos. He had a Khajiit character. He had a Dremora character. Well, not really a Dremora, but just a Dremora set. Anyway, Zivkin was the name of the armor. He wore Zivkin armor all the time. Anyway, something city. I can't remember what it was called, but it basically you went through this wood elf realm that was just on fire, perpetually on fire, and you got to as you beat different bosses and stuff like that, and cleared certain rooms, you got the individual parts of the armor, and it was actually pretty damn good armor. It's still, from what I understand, because last time I played ESO was back in May, I think. Um, it was still pretty still relevant in the meta, although there are bigger, better pieces out there now. I do not know what that is. That looks like a structure. Oh no, no, no! That's an acacia tree that I took down to to transplant here. Here's my grove. So yeah, village progressing. So I went ahead because I am that special kind of fussiness. Then I went ahead and redid all the buildings. I'm not going to make that gap. That's a 4 block gap. Redid all the buildings so that they sit away from the parapets or crenellations. Not these are not crenellations. Crenellations are actually on the bottom half of the wall. I think these are called parapet palisades. I don't remember. Anyway, so yeah, so it has this very theme park kind of vibe to it. This was just all the leftovers from building these two houses here. So I shortened the roofs, uh, both in height and in depth. The houses are now just big enough to fit the two beds in. And then each night I track the villagers and what bed they're supposed to claim a bed and then go back to that bed at all times. Therefore, I know that if there's any that the librarian and this Fletcher should be in here. So if I get the inspiration to want to trade with them in the middle of the night, I can find them there. I'm really trying not to like corral everybody into a single big hall and put all their crafting stations in one area. I really do kind of want like an actual village vibe. It's tiny. It is deliberately tiny because I'm a single player on this game, and I don't want a big sprawl that I have to try to struggle to manage. The wandering trader was selling uh, spruce saplings, so I bought a few of those. He was also selling some cherry blossom saplings, so I bought some of those. And then, of course, then the pale oak. Um, Back in Pineberg, I had bought some pale oak and planted it, and it never grew. I didn't realize that you needed to put 4 saplings next to each other in order for them to actually grow, because the pale oak is just a variation of the dark oak, which I have only the singular dark oak there, because I don't really need the wood for the dark oak. If I have spruce, spruce does a good enough job. The house slash workshop is basically this is just kind of like the core of what I want done here. This will be the enchanting area, and I say area because I plan to put the books in the corner here, kind of situation, and then over here I was actually going to do the workshop, which would be like the furnace, the crafting table, primary chests, animal, vegetable, mineral, um, and then I'll probably put an anvil under here eventually. And I'm not sure exactly what kind of aesthetic I'm going for. This is going to be an open kind of patio kind of seat feature. Plan on building a deck that kind of hangs out a little bit. This will give me the sunset. Sunrise is that way, and then of course then this will be the room. And again, I'm planning on extending the roof, so it'll hang over. It'll have like a hangover kind of balcony situation, which will I then probably will use like um, stone pillars to support, or maybe just wood beams. I don't know. Fencing is cool, but it doesn't rest next to glass very well. So because I was thinking about actually swapping these out for stone, because then glass will connect to the stone, but I don't think doors connect to the stone, so it would leave this gap. And honestly, when the villagers start milling around and stuff, having doors on my house is not going to mean anything. But yeah, so this is the shortest wall. This is the short gate, and then that is the tall gate, and then this would be so that's west. So this would be north gate here. This would be north gate, and I still need to clear out this pile, and then that would be south gate, and just kind of things. But yeah, so moving along pretty good actually. Moving along pretty good. Using shelves as a visual cue to what's in the chest because like I said, I'm moving these around so much now that I need to label them so that I don't get trapped into muscle memory going, oh, this is where the oh no, that's not where that is, kind of situation. But anyway, but that's basically it. Just kind of doing stuff to take my mind off the fact that the heater is still not working very well. It comes on like once every few hours. It basically I don't know what the deal is. It's definitely probably it's most likely the thermostat is the problem. But it's we just had the worst luck this year with the with heating and cooling in this place. Um, it is old because it is an old house, so it's probably been due for an HVAC update for a good 5 6 years maybe so. But anyway, yeah, just like I said, just doing what I can to keep my mind off of it and bundling up. Brings back memories of childhood. We didn't have central heat and air in the house I was growing up in, so evenings in the wintertime were forced family gathering time in the front room, which is where the wall heater sat. Um, my sister's room did get enough heat because her door was almost exactly opposite of the wall heater, but my room was just an ice box, and you know we had the one bathroom at the end of the hall, which of course got absolutely no heat whatsoever. So that was always an experience. Um, but yeah, I don't mind it. It's just like I said, if it's not on your mind, you don't mind it, and that's kind of a thing, right? Anyway, so eventually I'll get to a point where I'm satisfied with the way the village is going. I have 10 villagers. Um, we're in peaceful mode, so there's not going to be a need for golems, but I was thinking about running it in normal mode tonight just to kind of give a stress test, see how my lighting is doing inside the village. I think I'm good. I think I'm okay. Um, Worst case scenario, things go sideways, so I'll probably sign out, make a copy of the world as a backup. Uh, don't forget, you could do that. You could make a backup of your world before you try something, not just as a creative copy to experiment or do notepad kind of stuff like I had been doing, but also as like, okay, we're going to try out this cave, and I don't want to lose a bunch of shit, so you make a backup save. Um, and I like that. I think that's kind of neat. I've been doing that for a long time. Just haven't really mentioned it, I guess, till now because now I'm actually a little concerned that things might go stupid. I'm not sure how creepers are going to interact with this build. They are a pretty aggressive mob these days. I get like 3 or 4 of them a night almost. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. Anyway, be back later, hopefully with an update. Or probably be like, yeah, I'm starting a new world, fuck it. We'll see what happens. Till then, be nice and pleasant.